Hey and welcome to my channel, I'm Daniel, and today I want to talk about something very important. I want to talk about, do you have a morning routine and do you have habits that will bring you closer to your goal? Because if we look at successful people, we will notice something that is common in all successful people. They formed habits that will bring them closer to their goal every single day. And I also want to recommend a book today because this book literally changed my life. It's called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I will put a link into the description, check it out. But first, I just finished the recording for the video, the behind the scenes video that I want to release in January. So I'm so happy right now. So now I can actually go into the editing. Oh, by the way, this is how my setup looks like at the moment. This is my setup at the moment. And basically I have my camera, my microphone on top, it's a Rode microphone, and I also have the light that I was talking yesterday's video set up here, and I recorded everything for my video project, the behind the scenes video. Let's continue talking about habits and why is it so hard to implement habits? Because the thing is, we all know what we want, but we don't act the way we want. So if we look at our lives, in the most cases, we do things that is the opposite direction. We do the things we don't want to do. For example, if you want to read, why do we don't read? This is also one reason why habits are so powerful. If you don't have a habit and you read only a couple of days here and maybe a couple of days there, then you end up maybe days where you don't read, and those days, they will multiply so fast that you look back and like, oh shit, I haven't read for the last 4 weeks. I wanted to read, I wanted to finish this book. And the reason is it's so fast to follow a trap, a habit. You can even have habits who are not good, like going on social media too many times. Like at the moment, I'm honest with you, I try to reduce my amount of time I'm going on my phone. But it's not easy. It's like because I formed a habit. Or do you notice that you sometimes take your phone in your hand and you automatically just scroll through stuff, and then the first app that you open is the app that you normally always open, but you didn't even intend to open it? But just because your brain was so into this routine, a habit, a bad habit that you formed. It is not easy to establish habits, and some of the habits you kind of like have to build on them. So my goal is to build more and more habits that will bring me closer to my end goals. This is, for example, why I started this daily vlog. Yes, there will be videos, they are shit. Yes, there will be videos that maybe people don't want to watch, but I establish a habit of sitting in front of the camera, talking in English, improving my English, even if it's a video that maybe nobody is watching, and uploading it, having a routine in the morning where I upload this video now. But let's talk about what I did in the last couple of years to step by step implement something. So back in Germany in 2015, before I left, I was doing a lot of sports. I was doing soccer, I was going to the gym, I was even part of a dancing group, and I was moving my body a lot. And when I started traveling, and you will hear that from a lot of travelers, it's always a big problem to kind of combine those two things, travel and doing sport. It's not that it's not possible, it's just because we are out of our normal routines. Now you have to be very dedicated to put your body into movement. So when I came to Vancouver, what can I do to be more efficient? And I thought, like, can I use my time in the morning that I do every morning, like the teeth brushing, and can I combine that? And since that time, I'm doing squats. 50 squats every morning and doing my toothbrush. So there are days where I maybe don't move my body as much, but at least in the end of the day, I can say, hey, I did in the morning 50 squats and I did in the evenings 50 squats. If you think about 50 squats every morning and you multiply that by 365 days in a year, that brings you over 18,000 squats. That means if you compare yourself to someone who doesn't do squats at all, 1 year along, you did 18,000 squats. Your legs will be stronger, even if you don't go to the gym. Obviously, this is just a simple thing, but the habit is what makes it so powerful, that you do it every day. And if you do it, they talk about this 3 to 4 weeks rule, that this is when your body kind of like adopts something. And then on top, you should push another 2 or 3 weeks. Hal Elrod is talking about this in more scientific reasons in his book. So definitely go down to the description and check out his book, Miracle Morning. It's amazing. There's so much more into his kind of style in the Miracle Morning. I don't want to talk about all of it, but his book is also written in a way that you want to implement it. And so many already successful people established even better success, or higher success, is that a word? They established even more success, or let's say they became more proud of themselves. They became better versions of themselves because they even implemented on top of their normal routines, the Miracle Morning routine. Sounds interesting, right? You should check it out, go down. Every morning I wake up and I make my bed. When you finish that, the first thing you can already cross off. And that's simple, it's 10 seconds, bam, my bed is done. Now you're on the flow. After that, I take my toothbrush and I do the 50 squats. I go down and I drink a glass of water because you should always hydrate your body. Is it called this word? You write me in the comments how you say that in English. I forgot the word. But basically drink water because that's good for your body. At the same time, I'm making my coffee while I'm drinking water, and then I take my coffee and go up and I fire up my word processor and I write down 1,000 words. I'm doing this now since 3 months because I'm thinking about already, if I do this for the next 2 years, 1,000 words every morning. Ooh! And a short tip with this, at the beginning, it's very hard to form a habit. So you have to kind of like try to do something that keeps you motivated, something that you want to do it. So I just started writing about everything. First couple of days, I just wrote simple things, simple sentence, just to finish the 1,000 words fast. So I made a challenge of how fast can I do 1,000 words? Then after like 2 or 3 weeks, I realized that I could see how my subconsciousness is writing. Because sometimes when my skill became better of writing, my brain was drifting off and thinking about different things. And then my subconsciousness was taking over and I saw how bad I was actually talking to myself. I always doubt myself and always questioned everything that I do. And then I realized, wait a second, I can use this opportunity now, the 1,000 word, as an affirmation of kind of like changing, reprogramming my brain, my subconsciousness. And now what I do, every time when I discover that I'm writing something bad about me, I stop immediately and write something positive about me. So I change the behavior and even the habit of my brain of always talking negative. I can tell you the last 3 months since I do this, I feel way better. Like my motivation level and everything is going up increasingly every day because I do this. Okay, enough with the 1,000 word. You have to find things for yourself and also the amount. You don't have to do it exactly like I do it. After 1,000 words, I just go to the floor again, 30 push-ups. And after that, I take a book and I read in the book that I want to read. And I always want to read more, but I never found the time. I never found the habit. And now I at least have every morning 15 minutes where I can read. Always remember, there is so much power in the consistency and forming a habit, and it will bring you over the course of time to your goals. You have to find out what is your best routine in the morning. Most people start their day by reaching to their phone. There's a big problem if you start your day with emails, social media, and those kind of things. You are giving the control of your life to other people and to other businesses and to other brands, to other interests. If there is a message and you have to respond immediately because now you read it, that means now you're not acting to the things that you want to do. Now you're acting on the behalf of other people. Now what I do, I don't touch my phone in the whole process of my morning routine. I told that my mom, because I'm now living with my parents again, I told my mom, if I do my morning routine, I don't want to talk in the morning. I will talk after I finish my routine so that at least I finished it and then I have time to talk and then I have time to check my social media and all those things. But that means the mindset, it's not just the habits that you form that bring you closer. It's also you start your day by doing what you want and not someone else. That's it. Simple and easy. If you have a morning routine, write me down in the comments what is your unique morning routine. And definitely check out the book Miracle Morning because it's such an amazing book and it's such inspirational. And the book, when you read this book, you will implement those things. You want to wake up earlier. You want to implement a morning routine. That's it for today. See you tomorrow. I'm Daniel and have a nice day. Bye, bye, bye.